Hi everyone.
Hi, Divya Jyoti.
Yes, wait. We have set to not mute, unmute yourself so that the
Yeah.
program doesn't go on. Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, good to see Fanishri after a long time.
Yeah. Hi.
So you people had, like, I guess, 2 times physical networking meet had happened, right? Earlier. Yeah, we could not
Correct.
attend it.
Yeah.
We were just checking whether online meet में ज़्यादा लोग आएंगे or how it goes. So this would be our first session. So
Yes, yes.
be on and off, we can have some online meetings because like speakers like Kanika Gupta, we can't ask her to come and give a session because she stays in Delhi. So
True, true.
if the mentor is ready to talk, we thought we will conduct programs on online.
Okay.
It has become more easy for us also to even attend any program if it is online. People are
Mhm.
so accustomed now.
Yes, yes. Now these are the new norms and and easy. I think for women it has made life easier. You
But
know,
the sense of
meeting.
networking is will be missing if we do such meetings.
I don't know, like for me, like I'm finding it very
Comfortable.
getting used to it probably.
Yeah.
So of course offline meeting is that has different charm,
Yeah.
but for ladies like us, like for most of us, I guess, commuting the time and energy, and you save it, and both family and this on and off we can manage.
Yeah.
And I think nowadays every household is a school, sort of, with one student. So you can't leave behind that also.
A few webinar, it's like Zoom meeting restrictions or regulations. What we would like to inform everyone is like by default you are on mute so that the other participants won't feel restless. And if anyone wants to speak, they can raise the hand, and you will be allowed to unmute anytime. But one speaker after one speaker, we will allow you to. And if you have any questions, please post on the chat box, which will be taken over with the speaker or also with the VM board. It's another 3 minutes. We'll wait and start. Or should we start off?
There are 11 participants, so we can start.
Yes.
We shall start. So let's go ahead.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Lovely ladies joining as online. In fact, we had earlier online meetings only with our light members, but this is our first online meeting on behalf of VAIM. I will give a brief introduction to all the new ladies who are into our association today. I'm Dr. Saumini. I'm co-chair of VAIM. Along with me, I have Vanishri today. Uh, Hopefully, our founder Deepthi also might join. She is currently traveling and she's in Rishikesh. So if there is any possibility, she will join. Yeah, we three are the co-founders. VAIM is a women association. Uh, the full form is Women Energy Association of Incubators in Manufacturing. This was started in 2018, which Deepti's idea. But me and Fani has joined her journey in 2019, immediately within 6 months or so. Yeah, we have a long history of togetherness, supportiveness, and we have come to a stage saying that no one can separate all three of us. At least we are proud to say that. And we look forward for a long journey helping other women entrepreneurs or any other aspiring entrepreneurs. Today, we also have Kanika Gupta ji, who is a company secretary. But as per program flow, now Ms. Vanishri. She is co-chair, and she's also founder of Jeevashri Ayurvedic Wellness. She will brief about the activities and all the flagship programs which we take up under VA. Over to you, Pani.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Hi, lovely ladies. Everybody is looking actually very nice over the videos. This is the first time we are conducting V-Meet over online. Hopefully, you will get all the information what we are supposed to give offline. So let's hope that we conclude this on a very informative note. So welcome everyone to this session. And I'm Vanishri. I'm the founder of Jeevashri Ayurvedic Wellness, and I founded it in 2016. Since then, we have been serving. We have served around 10,000 clients, and I have joined Deepthi and Saumini in 2019 in this journey of VAIM, Womenergy Association of Incubators in Manufacturing, and this was. This VAIM was found basically to help women entrepreneurs in the manufacturing sector. And I would like to share my screen and start my session. So VAIM, as I said, it is India's first of its kind of association of incubators for women manufacturers. And we have registered ourselves on 16 March 2018. And we basically, our objective is to reach, collaborate, groom, facilitate, accelerate, and help women to run business. And we are only emphasizing right now on manufacturing sectors, whether it is homepreneurs, intrapreneurs, or those who are
Slideshow mode.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And it works with. See, we are working with industry stalwarts from 10 plus industrial fields, like we are into right now into garments, we are into food manufacturing, food processing, and also eco products, like we are making a lot of we have manufacturers who are into eco products, who are making many innovative products with cow dung also. And we are supporting entrepreneurs who are aspiring, as well as also they also have certain industries already set, and but they are not able to scale up. One second, I'm just having some little bit disturbance. One second, please. Yeah. So yeah, and we are a association of incubators. Basically, suppose you are already a manufacturer in certain sector, and this sector you're already having certain hold in that sector. Suppose you are a very good manufacturer in sanitary napkins, for example. Suppose you want to incubate few more women entrepreneurs, you want to help. So we are supporting such incubators, and we are forming an association with all these incubators. Suppose you want to help 10 other women to scale up in your field. Suppose you are manufacturing sanitary napkins, and then you want to train 10 other women. So we are incubating such kind of industries also. So that's where our journey is scaling up from homepreneurs, intrapreneurs, and also industrialpreneurs also. And here we have all something to say about VM. We have already reached 6 zones across city with a prospective reach, and we are planning to reach 5 more cities with around 200 women in each zone from 40 diverse business fields. And we are seeping into 5 ecosystems also. And our plan is to make 1,000 homepreneurs at least by end of 2021. And our main goal is to incubate all the women entrepreneurs in manufacturing sector. And a few of the innovative projects by VM I would like to share now. As previously in VMeet also we had shared that our flagship programs are 3 programs in VM. One is Start It, Scale It, Sell, and second one is She Manufactures, and the third one is Library. I would just brief a few points about each flagship program. The first one is Start It, Scale It. In this, we are supporting women who are already aspiring and also existing manufacturers. Suppose you are starting your own business and you really, of course, every entrepreneur journey has a time period. With the time, actually, you sometimes lose the momentum in the business, because you have to figure out as an entrepreneur what is your production quality, what is your marketing strategy, what else is needed in the procurement of materials, what are the licenses needed, what are the trademarks available, what are the compliances you have to hold on. So when these questions come up to your when these actually tasks which you have to perform as an entrepreneur, if you are finding it the way you are figuring out in doing all these things will definitely take time. So here VM is there to facilitate all this journey in in a stepwise manner. Suppose we have figured some 26 services in Start It, Scale It, Sell, where we provide all the collaborators whom we have signed up with. Suppose every business needs a kind of set of services like audits, accounting, trademark, and then you need bank linkages, you need product validity, you need procurement of raw materials, sources of procurement of raw materials. So these all list of services we have actually designed, and we have already collaborators in every field in this. So you can always take up these services and reduce the time period of scaling up. Basically, if I am able to figure out all these 26 services in 6 months of time in my business, I can really concentrate on my vision of the business. So you are not diluting the vision of business, and you are saving a lot of time. This is what is our Start It, Scale It, Sell does, and it reduces the time period of your business journey basically. And the next one is VM Her Market. We have launched this in the last November, and this is to every woman actually needs they are very good at ideating stage, they are really good at manufacturing stage, but sometimes I don't know what to do with my product. The product will give you money only when it reaches masses, when it reaches many people, and when many people identify your product, they purchase your product. That's where the whole cycle of your manufacturing journey completes. So that's to actually to actually cover that marketing division or marketing section, where actually we find a lot of hurdles, obstacles. We don't know from where to get our clients, we don't know how to reach them. So that's where we have launched this Her Market program in November, where we help women to turn their enterprises into profitable and market ready business. And whether your product is market ready or not, you will come to know once you put your product into our Her Market portal. It is an online and offline portal, and we are selecting the products for this Her Market, where we actually identify and tell you whether your product is ready to reach the market or not. And this is a unique program where we have also introduced a catalog, VM Her Market catalog, where every year we release this on every year we release after, I mean, this time we have released with 100 entrepreneurs, women manufacturers, that too, as a catalog. And this will be reaching around, I mean, we have actually circulated it to 10,000 last time, digital copies. So that's where your whole reach also comes. So first we create the market, we market your product, and we also create a digital copy, and also physical copies. Due to COVID, maybe we have done it less this time. So this also we promote through digital. And next is library. Suppose when we were in studying, or when we were actually in the learning process, a library always helped us, right? We already know the positives of having a library with us. But what about if we have a library? That means, suppose I am in a manufacturing sector, I am in an Ayurvedic sector, I want to do products. I want to know how any person, existing person, there is a saying which say, if you want to do something perfectly, find out the leader in the market and do as the leader is doing. That's it. You need not do anything innovatively. Sometimes, suppose a big brand, how they are doing, if you read their brand story, you can actually copy their brand story, and you are done, your half job is done. So similarly, VM library actually facilitates you to to come in contact with the, whatever field you are in. So we have selected, we are calling them live books from 30 domains. So suppose I am there in Ayurvedic field, and I want to know what actually happens in Ayurvedic field. Before entering, I want to know what are the risks involved. I want to listen from a person who is already experienced. So that's where our library will help you. This is our one more flagship program. We are yet to launch this very soon, and we will be telling you further details once we launch the program. Hope you all understood what I'm trying to say about library. This is a very, very unique concept where we are trying to connect to you, to an experienced person in the same field of yours, in the same domain of yours, where you don't do the same mistake twice, and you learn quickly. And the next innovative project by VM is VM She Manufactures. This already we are into a manufacturing domain only, right? So we will be forming a group of existing women manufacturers with all whoever are there in manufacturing or industrial sector, and we'll be forming some units. And we have collaborated with Startup TV to actually promote your brand through Startup TV, and your brand and your products through Startup TV. It will be a bi-weekly show by VM and my Startup TV. There is a collaboration, and very soon the more details will be posted individually to you, to all our life members. And we have also designed She Manufactures Award yearly. It will be conducted yearly, and all the prestigious, it will be definitely a prestigious annual award to honorary women members in the field of manufacturing. These are the few flagship programs about VM, and these are the exclusive apart from this, there are many exclusive benefits to all our life members from VM. And this is our annual calendar for VMeet, and we are conducting VMeet every bi-weekly of the month. So this is what you can find the calendar. And whoever is not a member who wants to know about VM, what we are doing, you're always welcome to this VMeet, and to know more about physically what we do in our association. You can meet our co-members and find out what VM is actually how VM is facilitating their needs. You can find out in VMeet. So we welcome everyone to VMeet, which will be happening bi-weekly of every month. Sorry, bi-weekly in every month. And you can also follow us in Facebook, Instagram by name VM India on Instagram, and in Facebook also it's VM, and you can follow our VM YouTube videos. So we have been conducting many events previously. When we have started in 2019, we have collaborated with many many entities. We have conducted Wow Mom, and those all videos you can find in YouTube, and you can find out more about how we are trying to pull like-minded women who are ready to scale up in their manufacturing divisions. This is Fanishri, and I've been telling you about what VM have been doing, and hopefully you have got the benefit, you have understood the benefits what VM is trying to give to women aspiring and existing women manufacturers. If I have missed something, we can always catch up in the offline meet. This is the first online meet, so let's hope that you got all the information. Thanks for being, and I'll pass on this to Saumini again now.
Thank you, Fanishri, for giving a very short brief. Yes, it is very short, I should say. The more you come, the more you meet, you get to know more of us. That's what we have to say, because we have few life members who are journeying with us from past 2 years. And even you can see at the end of this online meeting, we will have a network meeting so that each of you can interact with each other and know more. Now we have a speaker here who is Ms. Kanika Gupta ji. She's a company secretary. Even for VM, she's a company secretary, and she also does a corporate company as a consultant. I'll take just 2 minutes to brief about her. Welcome, Kanika ji, once again to VM online meeting. So Kanika ji has completed her company secretary course from the Institute of Company Secretaries of India in December 2008 and took a membership in 2009. And she has more than 8 years of experience in secretarial, legal, finance, and government project areas. From 2012, she's currently working with more intention of handling government projects and secretarial practices. She is also having many credentials to her, with 8 years of successful experience in organizing and conducting various trainings and seminars, along with handling projects. In fact, I met Kanika ji over another meeting, and where we aligned together, and we are journeying almost from past 6 months, I think so. And she's very accommodative, I should say, because even as VM, we should say, she might also have complaints, because we are again an individual entrepreneur and running another association for other entrepreneurs is again a big task for us. So sometimes the delays will be there, but she's very accommodative. She has many credentials to her credit. She has won Women State Awardee of UP State MSME Entrepreneur Award in Service, specifically in legal category. She's a consultant of many government projects like Startup India, Make in India, MSME Champions, Cluster Development and Spurti Scheme of MSME, Atmanirbhar Bharat, and also for various other government schemes and subsidies offered by ministries. She is an ICSI, MSME, and NISBET speaker, who also act as a training coordinator, wherein she'll be conducting trainings on GST, entrepreneurial skills, financial management, funding techniques, NGO management, EXIM management, government schemes and opportunities, and also on the Process and Product Development Center, Ministry of MSME, NISBET, which is a Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Government of India organization, ICSI in all over India. She has been a trainer of more than 500 trainings and have already been conducted in metro and non-metro cities, including, there are quite a lot. I can't now list down all this, but yes. She's a SEBI and IICA facilitator. Recently, through her only, we conducted one SEBI training on investor awareness program. And thank you, Kanika ji, for connecting us. And she's a speaker and resource person and facilitator to arrange corporate and government department sessions with team of around 200 expert trainers. Welcome, Kanika ji, once again. And today, the important and the major topic, which is like every entrepreneur, even we are, see, the existing entrepreneurs also, we tend to forget what schemes are we eligible for, and this one. And sometimes whenever we approach for a scheme, we realized that we are not having some certifications. So now the importance of the topic is like legal compliances which are required for MSMEs. I think I also have to learn many things from Kanika ji to.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi. Good evening to all of you. Very good evening to all of you.
Over to you, Kanika ji.
Yeah. Very good evening to all of you. And thank you so much, Dr. Swamini ji, for giving such detailed description and about my profile. But I just want to say a very, very small thing that as just before some days, we have celebrated Women's Day on 8th March. So this is, we can say, the Women's Month. Okay, we can say like this. So every woman is doing so many things as we are on this VM platform. So I just want to say that when I was associated, was being associated with VM from last year. So I was not aware about that any woman can lead these kind of organizations and just come forward and just do the trainings and do the women hand holding and so many things. The VM co-chairs, Ms. Fanishri ji, Somni ji, and Dipti ji are doing. As we have just seen the presentation of Fanishri ji, I was also listening, and that's a very, madam, the very good initiative. And I just wish best of luck to all VM team and all the upcoming members also. That's I can say that obviously when women comes into the business, that it creates the history. That we have seen many examples about the women entrepreneurs, that as we know that when we do all the household activities, then even then we do the best, and when we come into the business, then we just create the history. So there are so many examples regarding this. So without describing about all these things, thank you so much, first of all the VM directors, for giving me this opportunity to speak on your first webinar of VMeet, right? Am I right, madam? Yes.
Yes.
So the topic of today's session is that what are the legal compliances for MSMEs? So before starting my topic, actually, I just want to say one very famous line, that is, whatever you are doing, okay, whether you are into trading business, whether you are into manufacturing business, whether you are just a service provider, whether you are just serving the society, whatever you are doing, just love it. Just love it and just make it your passion, or otherwise whatever is your passion, just convert it into the business. So that is a famous we can say line, that how the woman can become more successful, how the woman can become more powerful with all these legal compliances, whatever. For example, this VM platform has been created, as per my conception, is to help women, is to just give 100% hand holding, whether you want to take a loan from the government, from any bank, whether you want to take loan or any you want to go for any government scheme, so you can approach the government department. So they are just giving you a complete hand holding, right, from your idea of the business, and just converting your idea into reality of the business. For example, they have just launched that She Market. Am I right, madam? That's the name, She Market.
Her market.
Her market, yeah. Actually, I'm also the member, group member, so I also see the magazines regarding this. So, and all updates come to me also regarding this. So what is the thing, that yes, marketing is a very good initiative, because without doing the marketing, we cannot sell our product on an international level, I must say. And definitely nowadays the time is of digital media, digital marketing. So that's a very nice concept that you guys are doing. So now let us start my topic. I will not take much time. I will go just selected slides to make you understand about the topic of today. The topic of today is that legal compliances for MSME. As we can see here, we have written that MSME, right? So as we know that yes, before starting any business, whether you want to start, for example, you want to just purchase some product from the market and you want to sell it further to your customer or to your client, whatever. Okay, so you are into a trading business, for let's say, or for example, whether you want to purchase a raw material from the market and you have set up a factory and you are converting that raw material with the help of machineries, with the help of labor, and converting that raw material into finished product. That means to say you are doing the manufacturing, right? Or for say, for example, just you have just opened an office, or you are doing any kind of business from your home only, and you are providing the services in any manner. There are so many services, we can say nowadays, for example, whether or related to any householding activities or any other thing whatsoever. What is the main thing? That you will be coming into the category of service provider. So here are so many compliances in India, right? There are so many laws in India. When you want to do the business in a legal way, I'm again repeating, when you want to do the business in a legal way, uh, as you have just thought that yes, I have to start a business. Let's say I want to start a catering business, and I will be providing catering services in many, functions, marriages, and whatsoever. So in that case, first of all, what is your main first thing that should come into your mind? Yes, idea generation you have done. Yes, what is the second step? That first of all you have to decide that name of your business, that what should be the name of my business. Then what
कनिका जी आपका नेटवर्क शायद चला गया.
panel provisions also. So that's why it is very much required to understand. Yes, am I audible to all?
Now you're audible, Kanika ji. Yes.
Yeah, actually there was some network issue.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why.
I think it
Yeah.
got.
So there are so many legal compliances which are very much required to know that what are the legal formalities, what are the license required, and which is the government department at where we have to get registered our firm, and then we should start our business. So that's why just I'm just discussing over here. Yes. So this is starting the business venture with government support. As first of all, idea comes in our mind. That is idea generation. That whatever business you want to start, okay. So first of all, that idea comes in your mind. Now, what you have to do? You have to convert that idea into reality. You have to convert that idea into your business. Okay, and for that purpose, to convert that idea into business, what is the process? What is the roadmap which you have to follow? So the first roadmap which you have to follow, that is you have to incorporate your business along with all necessary registrations. So there are some registrations, there are some documents which you have to submit to the government departments. There are some formalities, we can say the legal formalities, some taxation formalities, some other legal formalities which you have to look after to make your business in a legal way, right? Now what next? After incorporation, after just registering your firm, what is the next step? Now may be possible that to run your business, you may need some fund. Okay, and to get the fund, we just only one thing just come in our mind, that is banks and financial institutions. So what is the right approach to go to there, and how we can take loan from the banks, how we can take benefit of all the government schemes which are being provided by the government department. So that's the one, that business planning for implementation and prepare project estimated report. Now what you have to do, what is your next step? When you have incorporated your business, when you have incorporated your firm, then just what you have to do, you just make your business plan and just write it down, and you have to make your financial plan in a rough way. I'm not saying that you are the expert to prepare the project report, but yes, you are the expert of your business. You know that how many expenditures would be incurred in the initial stage, so that you have to write on a pen, on a copy with a pen, like what maybe these kind of expenditures, that for example, what are the registration expenditures, what maybe the raw material cost, what maybe the, if you are in just installing any machinery, if you are installing any plant, so in that case the machinery and plant costing would be incurred in that case, right? Then what is the working capital may be required, and you have to just make the total of that, that how much money I would be required to start my business venture. And then when you have just total the figure, now what is the next step? Now you have to check your own packet, your own pocket, right? That how much money I do have as per my own funds, which I can be introduced into business as my capital, right? So if you are having the less capital, in that case what you can do, then you can submit your projected plan along with the all required documents to the respective department. May be possible to any government scheme, may be possible to any bank, may be possible to any financial institution. That depends upon case to case. Okay, for example, if you are a service provider, so there are some different government schemes. For example, if you are a manufacturer, so there are more legal compliances, there are we can say more legal compliances for banking documents also. So you have to check with all these things, that whether I have prepared all the listed, I have done all the listing, I have prepared all the documents that we have to submit to the respective department. And then when bank is satisfied, when any financial institution is satisfied with your plan, with your perspective, then you will be getting the credit facility, and you will be getting the bootstrapped fund for the business, and you can create the history. So that's all, just keep in mind regarding this. So now what is the main thing, what is the basic ingredients to business? So now what is the basic ingredients to business? So I would like to tell you, my friends, that first of all you have to just decide in your mind that yes, I want to do the business. And while deciding, there are some prospective which can help you to decide that whether I should do this or whether I should do that. For example, if you are into a family which is running a business from so many years, so you can just carry on that business also. You can add your inputs, you can add your caliber in that business, and you can just move it on. What is the second step you can have? That if you are having any innovative idea, if you are just you have learned any technology, so you can just convert that idea into your business. What is the third one? That if you have taken the education, if you have taken some diploma courses, then you can convert that qualification into your business. And the fourth one, as I was saying in my first talk, that was that if you are having some passion, for example, somebody just cook so delicious food, or because we all are the women, so we know that any household activity can be converted into business. And my friends, I would like to tell you one very good thing, that business is everywhere. Only we have to find that how we can convert our skill, how we can convert our knowledge, how we can convert our raw material, and we can create product from it, or we can create idea from it, or we can get money from it. So that is the thing that all we all have. And as one more thing I would like to say, that everybody have some skill, everybody have some passion. Only we have to identify, only we have to know, okay, that yes, if somebody is very good in dance, if somebody is very good in singing, anything whatever you have. So if you want to, yes, just become the self dependent, so in that case, how you can convert that idea into business, that I'm going to tell you here. So I'm just stopping the slide and we are going through online mode. Can you please see this? Please tell me, is it visible to all?
It is yet to come.
Just wait, just wait. Yeah, now is it visible to all?
Yeah.
This is a very
Yeah.
famous thing. We all know about this. That is, which the screen is showing, that is Google. Google Baba ki jai ho. Right? Now, what is Google? And you don't know anything, just do Google. If you want to find any recipe, just do Google. If you want to find that how I can do this, how what is the education, what education is better. If you want to do the shopping even, so you can do Google, right? So everything is can be find on Google. So also on this platform, we are also using the Google facility, and I'm just writing down one website link. As we are living in India, so I'm just coming on this website. Just look after it. You can note it down or I'll share the PPT too. That is goidirectory.nic.in. This is the website of Government of India, and this is the official website of Government of India. Again, I'm repeating, this is the official website of Government of India. Okay, Government of India directory.nic.in. Now here I'm just clicking on that ministries. Now, why I have done this? Just wait. As I said, that first of all, we have to identify that which business we have to do, right? So when we have to identify about the business, about the product, about the service, that yes, that I will do. Said in the same parallels, what we have to identify, we have to identify the related ministry sector also in which our industry, in which our business will fall. Let's say, for example, when we talk about our India, so there are about 51 ministries of Government of India, which you can see over here. For example, when we talk about that, yes, I will do the agriculture business, for example. So you have to do all the legal compliances. You have to go for all the legal registrations under Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. You have to be coming into this category. For example, if you said that no madam, I will be doing fashion designing, I will be opening a boutique, for example. So when you will be opening a boutique, then you will be just handling with the apparels, right? So let us check the apparels business. This is there's one ministry, that is Ministry of Textiles. Now you will be coming under the sector of textile sector, and you have to look after all the schemes. You have to look after all the compliances, all the registrations requirement of Ministry of Textiles, right? So first of all, you have to check this sector, that yes, whatever business I want to check. So first of all, you have to check that yes, I am falling under which ministry. When I have selected it, then what I have to do, just I'm coming again and I'm sharing the screen again. When we have just learned about that, yes, this business I will do, then we have selected the related ministry, that yes, I will be falling in this ministry. Now what is the next step? The next step, yes, we have identified the product, okay, or maybe possible we have identified any specific service. Then what is the next step? The next step is, yes, you have to select the name, okay. And while selecting the name, what are the main credentials you should keep in your mind? That is, the name should not be reflecting with any other person's name. The name should not be reflecting with any other business enterprise name. The name should be identical. The name should be unique. So now the question arises in our mind, that how we can check it, madam? That yes, for example, I want to just write a name, Karachi Bakery. This is very famous in Hyderabad. Am I right? Right. So for example, we have written Karachi Bakery. Am I right, madam? Because I have also visited 2-3 times in Hyderabad, so I know the specialty of Karachi Bakery. That's why I have just taken this name. So whether some of any of your just know about the how to make the bakery items, how to market it. So you just think that yes, I will be having the name Karachi Bakery. So I will stop you that no, you cannot have this name, because anybody else is already using the same name. Okay, and you cannot use the same name because of which, because in Indian laws, in Indian legal laws, there is one thing which restricts you, that you cannot use any other enterprise name. Okay, which is the thing? That thing is trademark. The trademark stops you. The trademark stops you. Why trademark stops you? Because if somebody has registered its business name, if somebody has registered its business picture, you guys must have seen some logo, you guys must have seen some design on any enterprise, on any on any product. So this is registered trademark, may be possible. And how now you how you can check it? So this is the official website of Government of India, from where you can check that whether this name which I want to have for my business is registered or not. Okay, if it is already registered under any other person's name, so you cannot take this name. Okay, because if you will be using it, so somehow when will be you will be becoming famous, so somehow you will be getting notice from that trademark department, or maybe possible directly from the person. So that is the thing, that first of all you have to be very strict, you have to be very identical while choosing the name of your business. Yes, now I have checked the name. What is the second step, madam? The second step, now you have to decide the place of your business. Now what should be the place? So yes, now again you have to check very clearly that if you are opening simply your office, okay, then you have to check only 2-3 things, that whether you are going to start an office in your own place, or you are going to start office on a rented place. So if you are going to start an office at your own place, then you have to check that whether electricity bill is coming under my name or not. For sake, let's for example, or if you are starting the business at a place for which you will be paying the rent. So in that case, what you have to do, in that case you have to execute the rent agreement with the landlord of the place. Okay, and you have to take the rent agreement copy, you have to get the electricity bill copy, latest electricity bill copy from the place, because there are some legal compliances, there are some tax compliances for which you will be requiring these type of documents. Okay, so even for the manufacturing setup, what else you will be required? Because if you want to open a store, a departmental store, that's a very easy process. If you want to open a office only, that's also very easy process. But when you want to open a factory, when you want to set up an industry, so in that case that's not a very easy process. In that case there are some other legal compliances also which you have to look after, which you have to comply with. So what are these? First of all, pollution control board comes into the picture. You have to check that whether your selected product is coming or not into the category of red category zone products, or orange category zone products, because red category is totally prohibited, you cannot do it. Okay, so if you are doing any kind of business which coming into green category product or white category product, there are some, there are 4 categories: red, orange, white, and the safer side is green category product. So in that case, what you have to do, you have to get NOC certificate from pollution control board. Okay, if there are some fire equipments over there, so you have to get the NOC from fire department. And as well as there are some land approvals also which you have to look after with your state laws as well as your district laws. Again, now you have to decide about the main objects of the business, that what should be the main object of my business. So in that case you can select only one product at one time. Let's say for example, you have just thought that yes, I will do textile business, and I will open a textile factory. And at the same time, what we are going to do, for example, you have just selected the name XYZ Textile Industries, XYZ Textile Industries, and in that XYZ Textile Industries, you are doing again, you are doing first of all that activity, that textile industries activity, and you want to do again a separate activity in that name only, that is you want to run a hotel. So that is not possible. Again, Indian law prohibits you. What the Indian law say? Indian law say that only one class can be selected for especially one business. If you are doing a hotel business, so you have to run only that hotel business under one firm. Okay, you cannot club 2 3 businesses under one firm. That is the main thing. If you do it, so somehow may be possible 1 year 2 year may pass, but if your objective is very clear, you want to grow, you want to make successful, then obviously there are 80 to 90% chances that you will be getting legal notices in that case. So please, my friends, be fair about deciding the place of the business, and also about deciding the object of the business, that yes, that I have to do. Now again, I have already told you about that, how much capital investment you have to do. For that purpose, you have to check with all these points, that what may be the fixed asset, what may be the raw material requirement, what may be the working capital requirement, and you have to make your own budget. And then you have to decide that how many fund I have to just introduce into business from my own capital, and how many fund I have to just take it from government departments. Now you can see from here. Now what we have to do? Now you have to go for the registration part. That, madam, yes, I have understood the concept about that. Yes, name I have decided, place I have decided, capital I have decided, as well as object I have decided. Now what is the second thing which I have to look after? What are the legal formalities which are to be complied with to start business in India? So this is the first formality which you have to do to make a registered business in India. What is the thing? That just create your firm, just create your organization, just give your organization a legal identity. And how you can give it? By this method you can give it, as you can see from here. If you are a single person, whatever business you are having, all profit or loss, if you are incurring by yourself, you are not sharing with anybody, so you have to register your firm as proprietorship, right? If you are coming with partnership concept, so you will be register your firm as partnership firm. Third, if you are coming with so many persons, let's say for example, as we are on the platform of VM, WEAIM, right? So VM, what is this? Is VM is proprietorship? Is VM is partnership? No, VM is the group of like-minded women, who women entrepreneur, I must say, who want to do the business, who want to grow together. So in that case, women is a company. What is a VM? VM is a company. Okay, it is registered as a company. And what is the fourth state? That yes, you can start your business as LLP2, that is limited liability partnership. So there are some other business structures also which are not for the business motive, not for the profit motive. These are for the social welfare motive. So we are not going to discuss about these. So my friends, as I just told you that yes, the VM is a company. Okay. So accordingly, now you have also to choose that yes, which registration is required for my firm. That if that yes, I have just make the differentiation also, that what is the difference between proprietorship, partnership, company and LLP. So you can check about the ownership, about the capital investment, about the compliance part. So we are again not going for a detailed way. I'm just giving you a view. So first of all, what you have to do, you have to just give your organization a legal shape, a legal structure. And now how you can give it? So first of all, as yes, I want to register my firm as sole proprietorship, madam. So what you have to do? there is one labor department in every district. I'm again repeating, there is one labor department in every district. You have to go there and you have to get registered your firm as sole proprietorship. That's it. Okay. And it is not mandatory. It's voluntary. It's up to you. When you want to do a registered business, okay, then you have to go there. Otherwise, it is not required. And in many states, it is on online board. So you can go through the website and you can do the registration through online board. Up now the second one. Yes, madam, I don't want to do the proprietorship business. I want to open a partnership firm, and there are 2-3 persons also, 2-3 women also, and we want to just do the business jointly. So in that case, which registration is required and where we have to go? So in that case, madam, as I have written here, there is one registrar or registrar of firms department. You can see from here, there is one registrar of firms department in every state, okay, and even in every major district. So you have to check with that department. May be possible, because as I just said, that in many states it is online, and in many states even I guess 4 to 5 states are there, which is being getting registered all the partnership firms through offline board. Otherwise, most of the states have become through registration through online board. So you can get the registration in your Hyderabad, okay, through online board even. Now the third concept comes into the mind, that yes, madam, I want to start a company. So what is the formality for that? So for that purpose, you have to go completely online. The registration is mandatory 100%, and the registration will be from registrar of companies of related state, okay, and the registration will be done from this ministry website only, and nobody else will be doing the registration. That is mca.gov.in. This is the official website of MCA, from where you have to get registered your company, and you will be getting the registration certificate. Now what next? Yes, when you want to start your business as LLP, limited liability partnership. So in that case, madam, where we have to go for the registration, then again there's one ministry, that is MCA, Ministry of Corporate Affairs.gov.in. You have to get registered your LLP on this ministry website only, and you have not to go anywhere, because it is completely online. Now again, as I just told you about the legal structure, that yes, whether you are having the proprietorship firm, or you are having the partnership, or you are having the company, or you are having the LLP. My friends, I just want to tell you that there are only 4 businesses structures in India, no, nothing else. Okay, if somebody else is doing and is giving you some other idea, for example society, for example trust, for example any other thing, okay, so in that case they will be coming into the category of NGO, non-government organizations. Otherwise all the business structures are coming under legal structure in India in only 4 ways. That is proprietorship firm. You can open the proprietorship firm, or you can open the partnership, or you can open the company, or you can open the limited liability partnership firm. Now again, now what are the other legal requirements which we have to look after? So this is the first requirement. Again, when your business has been registered and you have just received the registration certificate, now what is the again other requirement? That taxation liability will be coming into the picture. And we when we talk about the taxation in India, so there are actually 2 taxes. One is direct tax and one is indirect tax. Now let us understand the difference between direct tax and indirect tax. What is direct tax? Direct tax, which will be directly applicable on the assessee, and which will be directly deducted from the assessee's income, because it is direct tax. And what is indirect tax? The indirect tax is the tax which is not directly applicable on the assessee. The assessee will be paying it to the vendor, and the vendor will be paying it to the government department. Okay, so that is the main difference between direct and indirect tax. Now there are so many good example in India about the direct and indirect tax. Majorly 2 taxes are applicable on every business in India. I'm again repeating, majorly 2 taxes are applicable on every business in India. What are the 2 taxes? The first tax is, which is the direct tax, that is income tax. That is income tax, which you have to pay on your income. Whether you are doing the job, whether you are doing the business, whether you are providing the services, whatever you are doing. If you are earning income in India, if you are earning any income in India, okay, whether active income or passive income, whatever, then in that case you have to pay the taxation to Indian government. So how you have to pay the tax and how you will be getting the registered? So that's why, that is the thing, you have to apply for the PAN card only. That's it. Again repeating, you have to apply for the PAN card only. That's it. And in case of proprietorship firm, for example, you are opening a proprietorship firm, you are not going to register it anywhere, and you are just having the name, for example, Messrs ABC Enterprises. Okay, so in that case, in case of proprietorship firm, PAN card is not required, okay, to be taken in the name of firm. Why is it so? Because in that case, PAN card of individual person who is running the business will be applicable for the income tax filing, and for the firm there is not requirement to just apply for a different PAN card. All right. Or for rest of the cases, for example, partnership, company, LLP, society, trust, section 8 company, whatever, you have to apply for a different PAN card, okay, in the name of the firm only. For example, again on this VM platform, the VM is having a separate PAN card, and Somini ji, Fanishri ji, Deepti ji are having their individual PAN card. Okay, they are separate things, because as I just told you, that you will be having a separate legal entity, okay, in India. So in that case, whenever the entity changed, in that case you have to apply for a different PAN card. So in that case, this is the website of the PAN card from where you can apply. There is again a very important thing, that is TAN. TAN is mandatory in some cases. For example, if you are paying any rent income, sorry, not paying, you are getting any rent income, or you are getting any contract income, or maybe possible that you are paying salary to the staff. So in that case, after reaching a certain limit, you have to deduct TDS. You guys must have done written, just listen the name, that is TDS, tax deducted at source. Okay, whenever at which source it is being deducted, that in that case, that organization has to apply for TAN number. Okay, so whenever you will be coming into that limit, you will be crossing that limit, in that case, first of all, you have to apply for the TAN. So all the PAN and TAN both are to be applied by income tax department only. Now what is the second thing? That is goods and service tax department, where you have to get registered your organization. And again, this GST department registration is not mandatory. I'm again repeating, it is not mandatory. When it is mandatory, that just let us understand. First of all, when you are going to sell your product, when you are just going to provide your service, so in both of the cases, of supply of goods or services, okay, if you are selling your goods from Hyderabad to, let's say example, Karimnagar, it is near to Hyderabad, madam, it is near to Hyderabad na. So in that case, GST is not applicable on you from the very first day. Okay, you are not required to get registered your firm into GST, because you are doing intrastate supply of goods or services. Intrastate mean to say within Telangana only. That's the point. Now what's the second point? If you are selling your goods or services, if you are supplying the goods or services from Hyderabad to Delhi, from Hyderabad to Chennai, from Hyderabad to Mumbai, so in that case, what is happening? There is the involvement of two states, right? So when there is an involvement of two states, in that case, you are actually supplying the goods or services on interstate basis. So in that case, GST is applicable on you from the very first day. Okay. So in that case, you have to apply for the GST and you have to take the GST number. Now, what is the third thing? That yes, for every business, whatever you want to do, okay, if your amount of supply of goods exceeds rupees 40 lakh, then GST becomes mandatory for you. Okay, and in case of supply of services, amount exceeds rupees 20 lakh, then only GST becomes mandatory for you. Otherwise, GST is not mandatory. You can do your business, okay, without registering anywhere. So if you are coming into the category as I just told you, so in that case, this is the official website of GST where you have to get registration. Now what else, madam? We have to get the registration. For example, as I just showed you the website, the official website of Government of India. So first of all, you have to register your firm under the respective government department. Then you have to take the PAN card. Then you have to take the GST registration. Now, what else you have to do? So, what else you have to do? Let's say, for example, you are going to start a restaurant. Okay, so in that case, you have to check with the food department license. You have to check with the Ministry of Food Processing that whether is it required to get any other registration from my particular ministry. That's why I told you that you have to check first of all your ministry sector, that in which sector am I falling. Okay, so accordingly you have to check with the legal compliances of that particular ministry, and you can just get the registration. For example, if you want to do the food business, so you have to apply for food license. So this is the official website of the food license. There are so many other things. For example, if you want to do the export, so again there are other benefits also. For example, if you want to do the export or import business, so in that case there is one department, that is DGFT, Director General of Foreign Trade, from where you have to get registered, and you have to apply for the IEC code, that is import export code. So there are so many registrations. As per as your business increases, or as well as you increase your turnover, as well as you increase your number of employees, so that depends upon case to case. But what are the basic registration requirements, that I just told you. Now one more thing I just want to tell you, my friends, that about every sector. For example, when we talk about agriculture sector, when we talk about manufacturing sector, any kind of manufacturing over there, when we talk about the food sector, when we talk about the health sector, so when we talk about the education sector, whatever the sector, okay, so you have to check with the compliances of that particular sector ministry. Second one, you have to check the government benefits, the government scheme benefits from that particular ministry, as well as you have to check with one very common ministry which is being dealt by all the sectors in Government of India. Now, what is the name of that ministry? As the topic of today's webinar is compliances for MSME. Okay, so now I'm coming on MSME role. There's one ministry, that is Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. Again, repeating the name, the Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. So that is a ministry over there in Government of India, which is being look after all the business activities of all those enterprises which are coming into the category of micro, small and medium, whether they are coming from the agriculture sector, whether they are coming from the food sector, whether they are coming from the education sector, whatever sector they are coming from. Okay, but if they are falling into the category of micro, small and medium enterprise, so in that case they will be categorized as MSME. And there are so many benefits for the MSMEs by the Government of India, which you can take the advantage, for which this session has been planned for all of you on behalf of VM. So what are these kind of advantages? So you can check it, guys, from here. You can get the financial support primarily from the banks and financial institutions. You can get the technology support. There are so many government schemes by the Ministry of MSME where under which you can grow your business. There are so many infrastructure support from which you can just build a build your factory, as well as you can install the machineries, plant, as well as you can do so many ventures. There are some skill training support also, under which they just train you, and in many cases it is free. It is free. They will not be charging anything. Okay, so in that case there are so many support, as well as there's one very good support, that is marketing support. Okay, so there are so many support by the Ministry of MSME which you can gather, but only one condition is there which you have to fulfill to just avail all these benefits. What is the condition? You have to first of all get registered as MSME. What is the condition? You have to first of all get registered as MSME. Now, what is the condition? How you can get registered? So first of all, before getting the registration part, let us understand that whether I will be falling under micro or small or medium. So this is the definition. You can check it out. If you are investing in plant and machinery or equipments, or if your total annual turnover, okay, is up to, investment is up to 1 CR and turnover is up to 5 CR, then you will be the micro enterprise. If investment is up to 10 crore and turnover is up to 50 crore, then you will be categorized as small enterprise. And if it increases to 50 or 250, then you will be categorized as medium. Now, how you have to register as MSME? This is the website, that is udyamregistration.gov.in. Okay, this is sorry, this is the official website of Ministry of MSME Government of India. Nobody else, nobody else. There are so many websites on Google which make you confused. Okay, and they just ask for the payment also, but my friends, it is free of cost and you can go directly on this website and you can do the registration. But yes, if you are taking help from any professional, in that case the scenario changes. Otherwise, there is not any government fees involved in this registration. That is udyamregistration.gov.in. Okay, and one very important thing which I want to tell all of you, what is the thing, that for new enterprises, whatever the enterprise, if you are just starting your business, so in that case you can register your firm as MSME under this website. And if you are any existing enterprise, what is existing enterprise? That if you are any existing MSME unit, if you are having registered your firm already in MSME, okay, actually what is happening, just last year in May 2020, our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji has announced Atmanirbhar Bharat package, and in that package only he has announced that yes, now MSME registration will be different. Now it will be called Udyam registration. Previously it was called Udyog Aadhaar registration. So all the MSME units were having the Udyog Aadhaar memorandum certificate previously, but now from last year they have changed it and they have make it compulsory. I'm again repeating, they have make it compulsory that all the MSME units have to be registered as Udyam registration number only. This is the official website, so it is applicable for all new enterprises. And if somebody else is already a existing enterprise, is already a MSME unit, so in that case they have to convert their Udyog Aadhaar number to Udyam registration number through this website only. There is a separate conversion method on this website. So through this website only they can convert it. And my dear friends, what is the main thing which I just want to tell you, that the last date of conversion into Udyam registration is 31st March. It is just about to come because the financial year is about to close. So in that case, if anybody is having the existing MSME registration, so please check that yes, whether we are having the Udyog Aadhaar. So please just convert it into Udyam registration, otherwise your registration will be lapsed. That's the main point. So how you can get benefited from the MSMEs, as I just told you, that first of all you have to get the registration from Udyam registration. You will be getting the certificate of Udyam registration number, and you will be calling the MSME. Okay, maybe calling the micro or small or medium. And after that only you will be eligible for all benefits which you are showing over here on the screen. Okay, maybe that you want to apply for a loan, maybe possible you want to apply for a training program, maybe possible you want to export your product, maybe possible you want to get some technology support. So you can visit the ministry website, that is Ministry of MSME website, msme.gov.in. That is the official website of MSME. You can check it out. You can check the all government schemes, that in whatever scheme you are following. Okay, and if you are getting any problem in that, if you are not getting support from the bank or from any financial institution, then I would suggest all of you who are just available here as the participant, that please contact to VM, because actually what VM is doing, VM is facilitating between the entrepreneur and the government departments. They are actually just creating the bridge between the entrepreneur and the government department. So that's the main point they are playing. So if you are facing any problem in case of bank, financial institution, if you want to start your business and you don't know about that, how to start my business, what are the legal formalities which I have to look after, and from where we have to go for the registration, and how I can start my export business. If you guys will say that we can have another session for the export, madam, right? So you can note also that what are the formalities that how we can start the export business. Okay.
Sure, sure. We'll
Yes.
plan next
So
time.
yes, madam. So these are the things which VM platform is actually providing you. So on this platform, that I just want to tell all of you that all the legal registration part which you have to clearly understand, because without getting legally registered your business, you cannot survive in India. Why you cannot survive? Because there are so many laws now, and when the government makes a law, so in that case, yes, it gives you planning, it gives you a act, it gives you the government scheme, and also it gives you the legal penal provisions also. It gives you the legal penalty provisions. There are some, late fees provisions, which if you want to avoid, if you want to go successful in your business, if you want to just keep in mind that yes, my business should be very smoothly, and everything I want to do in a very safe mode. Yes, I want to grow, but I don't know about all the formalities. I don't know that where I have to go and how we can get it done. So VM is there for you. Now you can contact them, you can ask from them that yes madam, I have this kind of difficulty, that can you please help me out. So we all are a group, and we will be supporting you in that case. So that's it, I guess. I just told you about the MSME, and again I just told you about the DGFT for the export, and again for detail export I will let you know. There is one very important role of startups nowadays, that is Startup India. You can get the certificate from the startup, so we can tell you in another session that how you can get registered your firm into startup. So we will be having in detail. First of all, just start your business. First of all, just get it registered. Just we will be having a chain if you guys will be allowed. So we will be having a chain. First of all, just get all the registration part. Then we will be coming into the picture, and we will tell you that what are the benefits of the startup. Again, there is one more very good government initiative, that is GEM portal, government e-marketplace, in which the vendor can register. You guys can register your organization on this GEM portal, and you will be getting so many benefits from the GEM portal. Now which benefits you will be getting, that we will be elaborating in our next session. Okay. So thank you so much guys. You can ask any question from me on VM portal.
Thank you, Kanika ji, for giving us like overview kind of stuff, what is required for that. Yes, few of our entrepreneurs are already crossed certain stages, but yes, we have to go further again to exceed our, to access, it's like to succeed in our business.
Yes.
There are few questions. Komala ji has asked, what is 1% company?
Okay, what is 1% company?
Yeah.
Yes. Should I answer it? Actually, she has left already, no? Okay. No issues?
She's there actually.
She's there? Okay.
She's there.
Komala ji? Yes. Actually, what is 1% company? That nowadays, as I just told you about the 4 business venture, proprietorship, partnership, company, and LLP. Okay. So previously, what was happening? For example, if I want to start a business, okay, and I don't want to go for the partnership, I don't want to share the profit or loss with anybody else. Okay. So in that case, what was the legal structure previously? There was only one legal structure, that you can start your proprietorship firm and you can start a business. But proprietorship firm is not a very legal formalized way to do the business. Why is it so? Because it is not in a corporate structure. Because it is first of all, what is a problem? That is that the registration is not mandatory, and there are so many things that if you want to go for a bank loan, in that case bank do not entertain you in so much good favor. So in that case, to make you more corporate way, to make the things more crystallized, in that case, in Companies Act 2013, just recently, just before I guess 6 years, in 2014, one Companies Act just came into the picture, and it gave us the concept of 1% company. Now what is this concept? That right now, if I am a woman, I want to start a company, and I don't want to be the part of my company as the director, as a partner with anybody else. I don't want to share anything else with anybody. So in that case, what I can do, I can start my own company. I will be the OPC, one person company. Let's say, for example, the company name would be Masters XYZ Enterprises Private Limited, OPC. That's it. Okay. And it will be registering under Companies Act 2013, as I just showed you the website name, that is MCA, Ministry of Corporate Affairs.gov.in. I will be getting registered my company under that ministry, and it is more corporate way, it is more legal way, it is more crystal way, and we can say that nowadays it is being very much popular, because in just recent budget also the government has announced that there is a possibility of converting proprietorship firm into company. Let's say, what I'm just trying to tell you, that if you are already registered your firm as proprietorship, but now you want to grow your business, you want to start the export, you want to, what is the main problem with proprietorship and partnership? That guys, I just want to tell you, there is one drawback in proprietorship and partnership business. What is that drawback? There are actually two drawbacks. First drawback is that you guys are unlimitedly liable. Unlimited, you are personally liable. If your business is going in losses, in that case the bank, the financial institutions can just sell your personal properties also, because you are registered as proprietorship and partnership. Now this is the first drawback. Now what is the second drawback? The second drawback is that in case of many government department schemes, in case of export, actually the in case of export we can say there are so many government schemes, subsidy schemes, duty schemes, in which they prefer only companies or LLPs. That's the main point. Again, in case of many government tenders, if you are the vendor, you want to supply your products to the government departments, because there's a very good scheme by the government of India has been launched, okay, under which you can supply your products as MSME to the respective government departments, okay, and they will be taken from you, because there is a compulsory scheme burden on that part. So now what is the restriction? That they will be taking only from the LLP or from the company. So there are so many cases in which companies and LLPs have given more opportunities, more business ventures. So in that case, if you want to grow your business in a proper legal structured way, yes, it is actually happening. What is the main problem? That yes, there's some more legal expenses while opening a private limited or one person company or section 8 company or public limited company or LLP in India. But you will be getting huge benefits from the government of India's side. That I can tell you that how you can grow your business, where are the requirements of legal registrations, from where you have to get registered your business, and you can grow, and I can say sky is the limit for you in that case. Yes.
I shall unmute everyone, but request everyone to take questions one after one. So each participant can unmute themselves and then speak.
Ma'am, good evening, everybody. Actually, thank you. చాలా బాగా చెప్పారు మేడం. నేను తెలుగులోనే మాట్లాడతాను. हिंदी में भी आते मैम मुझे बात करने को.
If there is any problem, I can translate. Carry on, Andy.
Actually, मैम आप जो మీరు ఏదైతే చెప్పారో అన్ని యాక్చువల్లీ మనకి సర్టిఫికెట్స్ ఫస్ట్ నుంచి ఎండింగ్ వరకు లీగలీ దిస్ ఇస్ ఫ్యామిలీ బిజినెస్ అనుకోండి మాది.
కమలాదేవి గారు ఫస్ట్ ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ చేసుకోండి మిమ్మల్ని. కనికా గారికి తెలియదు కదా.
హిందీలో మాట్లాడండి కోమల గారు, హిందీలో మాట్లాడండి. షీ అండర్స్టాండ్స్ హిందీ.
Yeah. Very well, very well.
Hello, good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, hi, good evening. You are looking very beautiful, madam.
No, ma'am. I'm a professionally 30 years expert beautician था पहले. अभी 5 years से मैं वेदिका हर्बल हेयर केयर प्रोडक्ट हमारा फार्म नेम है कंपनी का. This is a small scale unit. मेरा family supported है. So micro. 1 लाख से स्टार्ट करके अभी मैं रीच द ओन पर सोल प्रोप्राइटरी, सो नजदीक 80 to 90 लाख से ज्यादा हो गए हमारा यूनिट।
Great.
तो घर वाले अभी सेपरेट पार्टनर, अभी लास्ट स्टेज हम पूरा पैकिंग सब कुछ हो गए, अभी मार्केट में आने का है मेरा प्रोडक्ट। अभी जो मैं फर्स्ट हर मार्केट दीप्ति मैडम से मैं इंट्रोड्यूस हुआ, एंड परसों आप सुने होंगे एक्चुअली कोवे तेलंगाना मेरे को मिनिस्ट्री अवार्ड मिला था जस्ट 7th मार्च वुमेन्स डे में, एंड वी हैव में भी एक मेरे को 600 मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में बेस्ट मैन्युफैक्चरिंग बोल के 15 में मेरे को नंबर 1 बन का है, ये मेरा इंट्रोड्यूस है एक्चुअली।
Great.
सो अभी मेरा प्रॉब्लम ये है कि प्रॉब्लम की बातें अभी मार्केट में अभी मैं जो लोगों को देती हूँ, अभी जो भी है किधर भी है, मैं कितने दिन में वापस पैसे लेने को वो लोगों के एग्रीमेंट करना पड़ेगा, डीलर या डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर एनीवन, वो एक ही मेरे को अभी क्योंकि वो भी लॉस हो चुके हूँ मैं थोड़े दिन में 5-6 लाख बिटवीन, तो वो डाउट से मैं हेयर मार्केट से भी मैं ये पूछे थे। अभी 6 लाख मेरे को बैड डेट से, बाकी बाहर लोग सैलरी देके भी आई विल पे टू 50,000 to 60,000 पर्सन को सैलरी देके सामान शॉप्स में डाले, वो वापस पैसा अभी तक नहीं आए, वो नहीं ले पाए। चलो बाद में वो अल्लू में हाउ टू करेंगे। अभी मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि अभी जो हर मार्केट में भी समझो, किसी लोगों को भी समझो, मैं एक 3 लाख 5 लाख प्रोडक्ट दिए समझो, लोग पूछे समझो, तो हाउ टू रिटर्न वो अब पैसे वापस कैसा आ जाएंगे, वो कितने दिन टाइम दे सकते, अगर वो लोग वो टाइम पे नहीं दे सके तो मैं क्या करना पड़ेगा सेकंड स्टेप?
Should I answer it?
एक्चुअली यही प्रॉब्लम है और कुछ नहीं।
ठीक है मैडम, ठीक है।
थैंक यू
मैडम आप MSME में रजिस्टर्ड हैं? पहले मुझे ये बताइए,
मैम।
आपका सर्टिफिकेट है?
हाँ, एवरीथिंग इज
ठीक है, ठीक है। आपको कुछ नहीं करना है। MSME में एक ऑनलाइन वेबसाइट पे एक पोर्टल है, ठीक है, और आपको उस पे अपना कंप्लेन लॉन्च करना है, ऐसे सभी लोगों के लिए, बिकॉज दिस इज द स्पेशल बेनिफिट फॉर ऑल द MSMEs when you are not getting your payment from the respective vendors for more than 90 days. Okay, for more than 90 days. In that case, you can lodge your complaint on that respective ministry website. आप पर्टिकुलर उससे अपना कंप्लेन लॉन्च करते जाइए, पर्टिकुलर इनवॉइस वाइज, ओके, एंड दे विल बी लिसनिंग यू, और आपके जो स्टेट से रिलेटेड जो डिपार्टमेंट है वहां पे वो फाइल जाती है, and they will be taking your case, and in that case, and they will be giving you all the support, okay, because this is actually especially for the MSMEs. And if you face any problem while lodging the complaint online, then you can consult the VM dignitaries, okay, they can help them with my support. You can take the her case, madam, okay.
श्योर यही है मैम, बहुत जगह से नहीं आए इसीलिए मेरे को
Yes, madam. एक्चुअली इसलिए ही एक इनका स्कीम है, समाधान का स्कीम है एक इनका, तो यहाँ पे आप अपना कंप्लेन लॉन्च कर सकते हैं।
बहुत से शॉप्स में डाले, एक एटलीस्ट 40 to 50 सैलरी लिए, चलो 50 to 70 लाख सैलरी दिए मैं, वो अलग बात। अभी किसी ऐसा ग्रुप में देना बोले तो फिर रिटर्न कैसा है, वो ही डर होगा। अभी जो आप बोले बहुत अच्छा है, थैंक यू सो मच।
और एक चीज और करिए ना, एक चीज और करिए, जैसे कि कभी भी जैसे आपका कोई भी टाई अप होता है, ये मैं आपको बिजनेस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से बता रही हूँ, आप एक प्रॉपर लीगल एग्रीमेंट बना के करिए। किसी एक फॉर्मेट होता है एक एग्रीमेंट का कि आप उनसे प्रॉपर साइन कीजिए, उसमें पूरी कंडीशन लिखिए कि जब तक पेमेंट नहीं आता है देन उस पर जो भी स्यू करना है, जो भी चीजें हैं, यू कैन राइट इन दैट एग्रीमेंट ओनली, बिकॉज दैट विल बी योर वैलिड proof that yes, the person is debtor for you in that case.
थैंक यू मैम।
Yes,
आज कोई थैंक यू सो मच मैम, सब लोग हर मार्केट एंड VM में भी थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Yeah, if anyone wants to raise any questions, either to speakers or to VM, if you have any doubts, we would like to clear on short note here. But we always prefer new members to come to VM office, which is situated in Banjara Hills, road number 12. I can give my contact number for anyone new persons, because most of them might know us. I'll just give my contact number. If anyone wants to join, just ping me. We will guide you and we can meet you at VM office. Yeah, if you have any brief questions, we can take. Does anyone have any questions? I hope it is very clear, because even I have questions like how to get an export certificate for my business. So yes, we will have another session, Kanika ji, so that
Sure,
we can
ma'am.
do a detailed one. And Kanika ji has lots of information. You just have to ask her. That's it. Can we request all the participants to switch on their cameras once? Hi, Aruna ji. Since your name was not displayed, we were thinking someone else joined. You can unmute yourself.
Yeah, actually, she was logging in from her computer. So he said, let's be in the same one.
Oh,
We
hi.
are working together. Yeah. It was a lovely session. Like
Yeah.
Kanika really covered a lot of things,
I think this is the third time I have heard her thing.
Yes.
Already 2 times I attended her session.
Okay, that's question.
Thank you, Kanika ji. It was really a good session.
Thank you.
New members, because most of them are like our own members here, I should say. Vijayalakshmi Garu, Sri Devi, Divijyoti and Madhavi are from Vigdam. These are all our life members, even Komala Garu, Naushaba. So you can share your experience, how your journey has been with VAIM till now.
And
Or what
I'm
you
having
expect-
the, sorry to interrupt, I'm having the feeling that now at this moment we are celebrating the Women's Day.
Nice, nice.
Oh, no, we are celebrating women power.
Yes, that's it.
So I have Prasanna here, who's my daughter's friend's mother. She's been there. It's like she's been asking me, just inform me ahead. I want to know what your sessions, how your sessions will be there. Prasanna.
Hi, this
Hi,
is
welcome.
Prasanna.
Herself,
Hello.
she's also an entrepreneur. She has a nice boutique. So most of my sarees I buy from her.
Yeah, it is very informative. Mrs. Kanika ji, she gave us so much information. Yeah, for the emerging entrepreneurs, it is very helpful. I wanted to know what about this VAIM association has been doing. So I found it out that it's very helpful for the new entrepreneurs and all that. Yeah. I appreciate the efforts what Mrs. Saumni and the other ladies are doing.
Panishri.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are missing Deepthi. Actually, I was thinking her to join, if she can join for 2 minutes also. I was like, they have very weak signal, it seems.
Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate it. And it's been a great effort. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Vijayalakshmi Garu, would you like to have some few words, either in Telugu or whatever language you speak?
Hi all.
Hi,
Hi. Today's session was very much informative, and we came to know more about startups. How do we go, and what are the things we required. I would like to thank Kanika for this session.
ఓకే విజయలక్ష్మి గారు ఎవరో వచ్చినట్టున్నారు
Yeah.
చెక్ ద డోర్
Yeah.
home.
we women
Yeah.
have to handle so many things. We have to get the door also. If
Yes.
Even in between, I had got my
Yeah.
grades also. And you were not eating. So that happened.
And actually, during these sessions, what I have observed is I have attended my family requirements. When they came, I muted the phone and I was talking to them. But since 2 hours, I wanted to go to restroom. I didn't go. I could have muted, and I didn't go. So what I mean to say is, we are so much, aligned to the atmosphere that we don't bother about ourselves.
That
Sometimes.
is women. That
That's
is
our
women.
specialty actually.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
that is women, I think, the
Correct.
last priority to ourselves.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think on that front, we need to work.
Yes.
We need to love ourselves, give time to ourselves, which, I think like I am just trying to work out since last 1 years, we have this big baggage of guilt feeling on our, head, which we need to get rid of,
Get rid of.
Yeah, so trying hard, but
it's very difficult, but we have to have.
Yes, yes. It might take time, but one day we will.
But it's very important. Like I have seen women who don't carry this, baggage of guilt feeling. They're very happy actually.
Happy, and they will be progressive also.
Yeah. So we it's like again a family, how you grew up, and so many factors are there. But most women, Indian women, or probably elsewhere, everywhere, this is characteristic of a typical woman.
One thing I want to add, Dipya Jyoti, when you said guilt, no, it is not guilt. It is just that small step, Sometimes to cover my so-called guilt, what you're saying, I write down the tasks, whether it is doing an exercise for 10 minutes, go on writing each day. Start your day by writing the task. Even doing exercise for 10 minutes is a task sometimes. So once you practice writing the tasks, even the exercise is a task. So after 5 days, 6 days, you will do it definitely.
No. What I am meaning about the guilt feeling is see, many a times I reach home by 8 o'clock or sometimes 9 o'clock. Then you feel it somewhere you are feeling you are ignoring your children or your family. That will be there somewhere, though you pretend you are not
caring.
That is what I am talking about.
Let us term it as not guilt.
Yes.
Of responsibility.
Yeah. Sometimes your husband is there, he came from office and you could not serve him the tea on time or a proper snack. Somewhere you'll be telling yourself, I don't know why.
We are made of all these responsibilities, and if we are not sure, we are not addressing them, we feel that it's like guilt, but it's not guilt. I personally say that you're coming out of that, saying that okay, you're doing much more benefit to the society. Apart from serving your family, you're just coming out of your shell and just trying to see. It's not only I don't treat a business as earning money only, but it also gives us empowerment. It also gives us
larger picture is
that. So in that mode, I would like to push all the women towards entrepreneurship. In fact, it's not about the money or rupee what we take back into the home. Even I don't think our men are waiting for our money. In fact, but they do support us in their own ways. So yes. Finally, they are the sufferers, but still, we also have to push ourselves. It's nothing like don't even use the word guilt. That's my humble request.
Naushaba, you have anything to say?
Good evening, everyone. It was a very wonderful session. How are you? Long time.
Yeah. So we started this V-Meets only to have this kind of networking and to share.
Right. No, this online session is very useful for me. I can take it very easily, and I'm very prompt in attending them. But offline, it's a little difficult for me. You can understand. I'll be regular to this, and it was a very informative session. Thanks for arranging it. What else? Have a good day. Dipti is, I think, on
Yeah, she'll be coming back tomorrow.
Yeah, we are missing Deepthi big time, right?
Yeah, right.
And we'll ensure that she's there.
Oh, in fact,
We didn't want to break, give a break. Just
that's the only
Right,
reason we wanted to have this online meeting so
Yeah.
that at least
Right.
we can meet,
Right.
because we have already given our annual calendar. So what we have decided recently is like the VMeet should go irrespective whether Funny, Deepthi or Soumi is there or not. So we are looking for more people to join us to take up the responsibilities also in VA.
Yes.
So that is one opportunity which I'm open to everyone.
Really appreciate your efforts. Really
We
appreciate.
want people to share our burdens or the responsibility. I don't even tell it's a burden, it's a responsibility.
Responsibility.
Yeah. Welcome more members to join, because we need, this is the time we have to support one and each other. You might be a manufacturer for one, but you are also requirement for others. So
Sure.
maybe some other industry is dependent on you and you are dependent. So we want to build up a network of women entrepreneurs where Deepthi says that one day I should want all my household, whatever I buy should be from my VM. That is what she tells. So yeah, whenever we see, it's like not even a pen, phone, whatever it is, like all those manufacturers should be from VM. That is our bigger aim.
May Almighty fulfill all our dreams.
Yeah, we need all your wishes, all your blessings, all your support. And VM is only, the strength of VM is all you, in fact.
Yeah, woman energy, after all.
Anyone wants to share any more insights or any feedback, any comments, compliments? All are open here.
Kanika ji,
yes.
Do you have anything to share from your personal friend?
Yeah,
How do
I
you
was just
manage
thinking
your
that,
chores?
Yes, I was just thinking, actually, I just want to share my own experience as Divya Jyoti ji was sharing her views about that. How, yes, we have to balance the actually both of the lives, personal life, professional life. So I just want to share my very small experience with all of you that I do have a 2 years old baby. And I just want to tell you that, when before 2 years, actually, I'm totally professional person, and I'm a company secretary. And I just thought that even after my marriage, and if even after when I will be becoming a mother, I will not leave my profession. I will not leave my working style, and I just want to grow it as the ages come day after day after. So I just want to tell you that yes, when I got married, so even then I was not very disturbed at the time, because I just prepared everything. I just planned everything with my husband, because he's also a chartered accountant, so he's very liberal. And I just thought in my head that yes, I should do marriage. I should do marry with a like-minded person. So I succeeded at that time. But when you becomes mother, na, then somehow it I guess because. All ladies presented over here, I guess much senior in age than me. I should not say about the age, because obviously कहते हैं ना, लेडीज से उनकी उम्र नहीं पूछनी चाहिए, हिंदी में कहावत है. So that's the main point. But even I was little worried when before 2 years when I was pregnant. So at that time I was just thinking that now how will I manage to look after my profession, and how will I balancing both of the lives. So even when it was the day of C-section of mine. So in that case also, you guys will not believe it that before 2 hours only I was sitting in my office and was doing all the things, because I had to be prepared for further 4 to 5 days when I will be hospitalizing, and all things will be getting done in the hospital. So I just prepared everything. I just planned accordingly. And when my baby just came in my life, so I just thought that yes, mother's experience is it cannot be expressed with and it cannot be compared with anything else that I, because I'm also mother, I can say. But even then, as you said now, Madam Divya Jyoti, I'm just pointing on your view that yes, up now I just carried out my profession. You guys will not believe it that my baby is coming to my office when he was only 5 months old. I just was at home for 4 months only. When he was still 4 months, I just shifted my office to my home and was, carrying my business activities. But I was not satisfied because, sometimes may be possible as per my perception. I just feel that when you sit on your office chair, then you feel the comfortable zone. Otherwise, when you are sitting at home, so in that case, you just need that, yes, and just take some rest or just do some other activity. So I was not prepared for that. And from when he was 5 months old, he's coming regularly into my office, and we are doing so many things. And that's a very plus point. That what is a plus point? I just want to tell you that yes, I'm fully professional person. I do all the activities from 11 o'clock. I come to office, and I go from here around 7 p.m. Right. And whenever we feel, and my office staff also, whenever we feel just so tired, so what is the favorite thing of us? बस हम अपने बच्चे के साथ खेलते हैं फिर. So that's the main point I just want to share, that everything is manageable, madam. Everything is manageable. Somehow at some point we just feel that yes, and in my case also, when I'm taking any session or I'm just dealing with a client and my baby is not happy with the my personal staff is there to take care of him. So I just think that how I have to manage. But even then, I just give priority to my work. That's the main point which I want to share. And sometimes I just feel the guilt. Again, the word I want to tell, the guilt. Because I should not do this. I'm not, doing the right thing with my baby. How can I do it? The back of the mind, I just think all these thoughts came into my mind. But again, I just thought that yes, everybody does it and I have to do it. I will make it proof. He is growing. He's in front of my eyes. That is sufficient, because I'm giving all as much as care I can give. I'm not going to do any job. Otherwise, the things may happen in a very bad situation. Or in that case also. So actually, the word is not independent. So I'm just making him independent. That's just you just learn your things. I'm just learning my things, because the word is now actually I've just one thing there's one word which I just want to tell you, learned from my life. That is, don't compromise. Whatever you are doing, whatever you have planned, whatever you have decided, just do it on your right age, on your right step. Just take right step. Everything will be managed accordingly, and it manages. There are so many situations in which women have to be compromised, in which they have to just go back. And once you go back now, then when you will be coming again 3 to 4 years after taking care of your baby, after taking care of family, then scenario changes, because the internet word, everything, there are so many updates. Actually, everything is changing at a moment in this world. So you cannot go back. Just balance your personal life and professional life and go ahead. Everything manages accordingly. Am I right, Madam Divyajyoti ji?
Yes. You say rightly said. It's like the perspective we have to change, the way we see the things. Actually.
Yes, that's the point.
And what I have seen, my experience, like not only me, I've seen many women. Yes. They have this guilt, this feeling. Yes. I think if we are very much true to ourselves, I think every woman goes through it, right? Yes. So that is what some people will have a higher degree of it, some will have lower degree of it, but everybody has it. And those people who have higher degree of it, they have they have to work on it. Work on it. So that is where and sometimes what happen, like so many were saying now, make them part of your business.
Yes.
My family is like, my husband is my strongest support. So he is always there, since he is into food business, food sector. But again, at one point of time, they also feel like, I'm unable to give enough time to them. Sometimes we have two things, and then we have to call and attend them, and then do again. Sometimes, it happened yesterday. Like I had a, mail to send, and it's already late. Like the person is waiting, and my husband is calling, since he doesn't stay here. He's in other city. So then he was saying, every day you have something or other important to do. I said, no, like, it's not everyday issues. someday now some things are developing at the business end, you become more busy.
Yeah.
And then like I'm now learning to make them understand.
Yes.
And of course, like they may not say in front of you, but at the back of it, they're always proud of their wife or mother. They will be telling it, my mom is doing this, and or even husband, like I see in the he is the first one to like my post.
Yeah.
So these are the things, but
It
yeah,
makes
you
us
enjoy
happy.
it.
It makes us happy at that time. Huh?
Happy.
It makes
Yeah,
us proud at that time. That
yes. It's
at
a
least
journey, entrepreneurial journey. We keep learning.
yes.
Yeah.
And
Like
as
Kanika, we
Kanika
have,
said,
yeah, I'm also saying it's all about that balance, what you have to
balance,
do.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was so
Great to know all of you, and you feel like
No, everyone
Every
is
woman,
sailing in the same
yes,
boat.
yes,
yes,
In the
all
same
are
are in
boat.
the
sailing
same
on the
boat.
same boat, and
Exactly.
like sometimes we have a tendency to to develop that self pity, right? Why me?
Yeah.
Then when we people see you people,
Be
then
proud.
"Arey, my problem is very
Be
small."
proud to be chosen like that.
Yeah.
Than
So
feeling pity,
it's good to
you
have
be
a
proud
network.
of being chosen. Yes, that's what. See, it's
Yes.
not about VMeet is the only thing, is like not even sharing about, okay, business is part of it. That is the reason we are inculcating this VMeet. We want to continue this VMeet every alternate Friday, saying that because Saturday, Sunday we thought first, but most of them was
Right.
like, okay, the family will be there, husbands will be there at home. Say now, okay, but for future also it is again a question. So if we fix up one time which is comfortable to at least 50% of people, that should be fine. We can't expect every other
Yes.
person to have at
Or
their own convenience.
yeah.
So that's what we thought, is like, let us continue with VMeets so that at least people will come. At least we'll have one sharing. And even it's like, even VM, we want to grow with you, right? So unless until we call you for meeting, you people don't come to our office. Unless until we meet, we don't know what are the gaps you have. So we always often ask you to come to VM office, because we also can sit together. See, at homes, when you're on calls or on online meetings, what is happening is like, again, we are engaged with many things. But once we are at VM office, we are also taking out some time and spending only for the VM. So we want, okay, all the women also to come so religiously and say, okay, at least 1-2 hours. Don't have to see the entire session. So we request all is like, okay, at least you try every alternate day, once in a month, at least if you try, push yourself to come to meet other, because every time we are having new women. So you can inspire them. In fact, they might be coming with many questions, which you are already having your answers. That itself is a essence of networking and how you are helping other women.
Yeah.
So finally, it is an association. We are learning, we are giving,
Yes.
simultaneously we are growing. So yes, even please concentrate on coming to physical meetings also. That is a request finally I want to
probably
make.
like two times, both the days probably, if we can't make, but at least one day. Of course, like
so that is the
last
reason
2
we
months,
made it's like, that's like at least our like members, if they are called for their product demo, that is one thing which we want to promote. Like we are giving a small pitch deck kind of, where you can, seeing your video, you might be saying that, okay, this is what I have to improvise on. Here we are sharing the videos to you again back, so that you can improvise on your for next level of pitching. Or anywhere, we are not, no one is aiming to stop your business journey at this point. Everyone wants to grow. For that, the growth should be in the form of learning, and not only in the knowledge, but also in your steps which you are taking up.
Yeah.
And networking is one thing which you have to be open. At least you make sure that you sell your product when you come to your VMeet. You sell your product to the customers who are to all the participants there. Make a target and come. That's it. Just push yourself.
Sure.
It's not easy for us also to join.
Everybody's stories, and everybody has every woman has a story, in fact, actually. A unique story to say, I guess.
Yeah, once in a while we can have this online meetings also later.
So like last 2 months, I have been keeping it quite busy. Like I am doing a course, like whole day it is there. From 2 o'clock it starts till 5 o'clock. Sometimes 10 morning 10.
Last time even another lady also told that.
Yeah, so
She's a trainer there, in fact.
Yeah.
So yeah, we take up multiple jobs. That is one thing, good or bad. I can't say anything. But
Right, right.
Aruna Garu, you want to talk? Yeah.
వింటున్నాను అందరి ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్. ఐమ్ జస్ట్ హియరింగ్ టు ఎవ్రీబడీస్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్సెస్, their life journeys. It's really nice. I'm also new to this platform, but I'm very excited to work with Deepti Garu and VM team. I'm just finding myself how I can join them to many more journeys. I want to definitely walk what Somni said, that they need great, they want the like-minded people who can walk with them. So I want to be that partner of them who can walk with them. I myself am actually doing biodegradable sanitary napkins, and with Deepti we are planning up for a workshop also in the next month. You can hear me, Somni?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, I am excited for that. They asked me to do few. As you all said, there are many constraints. I have to give them up, which I am sure I will do it by this weekend. My commitment towards them is still pending, but I am towards it. It's not easy.
No, we can understand. It's not an easy thing. Yeah. What we want to tell is, like, you just have to put at least one stone at a time, and you can come up to a building or whatever you wish to.
That's what is my effort today. Wherever I was, I made myself, I'll come join this meeting. I have to go to the next level with VN was my intention. So 5-10 minutes there was disturbance, but I somehow caught up with the session.
That's nice of you, Aruna Garu. And don't worry, we will definitely catch up and do something together. Okay?
Yeah. I am very enthused to do it.
Yeah.
And
so Aruna Garu wants to start incubation center. In fact, this is one of life first incubation center, we should say, where she wants to train other women who can take up biodegradable napkin preparation at the rural areas. So in short, because I just want to say in that context, she was telling the rest.
Yeah, this is all the effort that you are also trying, that we all come and join and we work together, right? So
see, because we can't see, as an association also, we can't step into every other sector. So we want the women who are already into that sector to come up and take up the leadership role, and we can give you support wherever it is, wherever you want any support we can give. But it's like every business, you can't run yourself. Everyone is having our own businesses, right? So again, that will be hiccup for everyone.
It was nice. Thank you
wants
so
to
much.
share.
Very informative session. I really enjoyed it, and I learned many things.
Thank you.
We should thank Kanika.
Anyone?
Thank Kanika.
Yeah. She is an excellent person, and she's given a lot of inputs. Thank you, Kanika ji. This was my first session, but I am really very happy to know so much of knowledge.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
And I just want to say that they actually, in every movement, there's a zeal. Every movement have it. But what is the issue now, that we do have both lives now, personal lives, family responsibilities, in which we have to look after. So accordingly, if you want to start it now, just start it from today only. I just want to say one thing. Just start it from today, because you will not get time. If you say that tomorrow, day after tomorrow, if I can do anything, just plan it, just do it, and VM is there for you. I just can say just one thing.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I think we can conclude the session for today.
Yeah.
Thank you all for joining and making our first online meet grand success, or whatever you can term it. Thank you once again for joining us.
Thank you all. Thank you, Kanika ji, especially.
Thank you very much
for joining us.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much, all the lovely ladies.
Bye.
Okay. Bye, and all the
Bye.
best for your business ventures.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.